You are welcome to our weekly crypto update and business opportunity. My name again is Meda Jimo as the team leader of Planb Express. And just to come in to show you one or two things. And I think congratulations for those of us who have been curious, add knowledge. Please, if your mic is disturbing us, just unmute yourself because we may have to remove you. So congratulations to those of us who always pay rapt attention to want to learn more currency. I think you need to give yourself pats on the back, because from what I'm seeing and from interaction I'm having everywhere, I discovered that we have a good number of people who are not taking personal responsibility about their businesses. But those are the people who have so much complaint, all right? They have so much complaint about their disappointment in the crypto space, in online. I was just returning from a business dinner, even though I didn't take the dinner because of us, I have to abandon the dinner, run back here. So, but this is the point. From what I gather, I start seeing things happening, and I went for a training, and the training I went for specifically was for maybe you'll be privileged. I'll share with us quickly on my presentation there and my feedback, and of course, but before I do that, I quickly want to show us something, and because I went for one of our business opportunity, we're just kicking off to be violent around it, which is next gen, and I will show you what the kind of feedback. And at the point, I was almost not to having time to go for presentation. I was not cut out for that, because to myself, I just told myself, I've done enough humanitarian about businesses and going around for seminars and all of that outside online. I've resorted to say, hey, Felix, if anybody does not come online, if you don't come online, I'm not going to talk about business to anyone offline. But it amazed me of my encounter today with, some of those feedback, but it was good because that's some of them who want to pick exposure, it was going to help them. But let me quickly see something. The markets, what are we expecting, and what I saw. When the very critical point that for Bitcoin, maybe we could retrace back to 20,000 before rebounding again. Okay, let me come here. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Oh my goodness, this life. Come on, this is crazy. Meeting people who lost maybe money online and due to their own negligence, but they don't want to take responsibility. So we're expecting the Bitcoin now is struggling within this. Of course, this support actually look okay, failed. Let's look at 4 hours time frame. On 1 hour time frame has actually failed. 4 hours too. The next candle, let's say the next 9 minutes, it closes back and close above this support line, which is about 20,900. Then we can reverse back. But if it does not, then we're looking at within $20,076 of Fibonacci retracement. Or else we go back to 19,400 thereabout. So yeah, but those are not issues ordinarily. Those are not issues. Maybe another buying time, maybe 20,000 or 19,000. So it's critical now for you to maybe let me not tell you that you should wait or not to wait. But for me, I actually those one I was swinging and scalping, I already have sold, but I didn't enter any position as it were, because I do swing more, and then I think those one I bought at about 19,000 something was not sold here though. It was sold up somewhere 20. So because we're looking at, unless we break 22,600 for us to go to like 25, 26 eventually, but of course it's struggling, we don't get there. So those of us, we have been saying this time, we don't know about your crypto, what you need to do. Number one is that leverage on how to build your personal portfolio. And two, look for a way to build cash flow. And that's why we always emphasize this, how to leverage on cash flow. And many people still do not understand what's the meaning of cash flow. And we fail to understand leverage as it were. Okay, now, where is this? Okay, yeah. So that means we can still have another buying opportunity or good buy or extreme, just good buy and good buy and incredibly buy possibly. Now, so that means if you have intention of buying to the market, I'm not sure it's good now. You have to wait, possibly that you wait to retrace to 20,000 plus. If you couldn't wait, hold there, then you're looking at 19,000, which is very possible. Okay. So why am I telling us this? Of course, my indicator is already telling me bear. Upon all this why, it has not said that. Of course, you can see I already have a very big resistance that no matter how market craze, it cannot pass $28,000. And then, of course, it struggle here again too. You can now see that that's another critical region, $22,400 or thereabout. And if we're able to break, then we can map up to 26,500 thereabout. So what's the implication? Well, you step aside and watch what happens. But it's like giving you a green card of like, okay, this is 4-hour time frame. It's still very good and strong support here now, but volume to go up is not enough. And so if I were you, wait for a good confirmation. Where is the confirmation? I don't know. So, but just to say, let me come in now, I'm not sure it's an incredibly good buy for you. So for me, I will have just waited. Even in 1-hour time frame and 4-hour time frame, we are not good. We'll just remove you now. Please, anytime you're inviting your friends, always tell them that they should mute their mic because we do not have so much tolerance to control adults' misbehavior. Mic is helping us. That's an indication that you are not ready for business. Okay. All right. So I just want to go here now. Now I got things so much funny today, and okay, and I want to share with you 2 things I'm going to share with you. So I just told you that once Bitcoin is the mover. Once it's not good, no any other one will be good. So other ones too will be following the same trend. And please, I always tell people, trade too many coins at a time. Either no matter what you think you are, a pro trader or whatever, and no pro trader will trade too many coins at a time. So you have to help yourself out to find good genuine coins, and then you can. So this one that look as a good buyer, buy. But if Bitcoin go too fast dump, then it may not make it even with this good buy indicator. But of course, that was a good buy from down here. That is Solana, and so it has been a kind of range of whatever. Okay. Now, I see what I want to share with us first. Now, I was in a training. Take experience of this guy. I was reading this guy a piece too. So I'm going to show you something. I'm reading this guy a piece to see my presentation. If many of you will like, if many of us will like, sorry. I say presenting you another McDonald's franchise opportunity, which is a company. And I go through to see what really happened on McDonald's. McDonald's invented the concept of, in a nutshell, over 70 years, McDonald's operated, just like a small scale retail food restaurant. And one of the funniest things that I loved there was that they were not operating as the conventional type of restaurant. Rather, it was like what they call car hub service, which means waitresses sometimes wearing, rollbars, and they would take food to people in their cars at a driving restaurant. So people will be in their car, you take food to them and all of that. Now, one of the things is that this company first stopped to revolutionize the business strategy. They stopped for 8 good years. I'm sure many of you, if you're invited to a business that you have participated in, and for 8 years, no business activities, even when they are giving you hope, you lose hope. That's the truth. That's the truth. I'm telling you, honestly speaking, you will lose hope. Because why? You had experienced a lot of things before, and then when anything goes similar, you will say, oh, they have come again. But for 8 good years, no business activities again for this company. Now, but guess what happened? When they came back, they revolutionized, their system and all of that. And one of the first things that happened is that they start selling a franchise. And the first known company that first bought the franchise was what we call Nell Fox, right? A furnace gasoline retailer, was the first McDonald's franchise owner. So, and bought the concept for $1,000 for the franchise. Look at it. Now, I just hope somebody is going to learn. For $1,000 was what they bought the franchise, right? And then, now, if I want to buy McDonald's franchise today, how much is it going to cost me? But today, McDonald's franchise applicants must have a minimum, number one, criteria. You must have $500,000 in your account as a liquid, right? Available in liquid asset, and pay $45,000 as franchise fee. So that's application form. This is non-refundable. Then those looking to launch a McDonald's franchise, you need to have at least between 1.3 million to 2.3 million. Existing franchise price can cost upward of $1 million and above. Can you imagine? You first of all pay $45,000 as cost just to get for application form. Now, and I told them, this is it. If you miss out of the amazing McDonald's, yeah, of course. Now, what is happening? I have a good news for you. So this is yet another McDonald's of disruptive economy that may cost you less than 1/10 of McDonald's franchise, with 10x profit of McDonald's return, fortunately. So now this is the presentation given. So next gen diversify into four legs opportunity. Number one, the real estate and housing flipping, financial market and institutional trading in FX, then blockchain technology. Of course, we're in crypto. We know what about NFTs, metaverse, token project, and then financial education. Please, when you invite your clients, please tell them the nature, the culture of our platform, so that they don't get embarrassed, because when we remove you, that is quite embarrassing. Okay. So tell them, and then we don't tolerate some of those things here. So we may look as if we're a little bit harsh. We are not. So please, we may not tolerate some of this character. So if your client tell you it's being moved out, that means you. Now, we say the big picture of this thing, real estate. Nigeria real estate is worth over 59 million and 9 trillion as at today. So the total value of the real estate market in Nigeria is put at 59 trillion naira. And that is potentially 6 times bigger than the local stock market, which is now valued at 12 trillion naira. On this basis, the sector cannot be ignored. So this was explained further by the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Gimba. And he said, this is the average, whatever, 3.5 million times about 17 million units will give you the amount estimated. Now, the global was projected to outperform the previous time of the total accrued net sales in 2021, which is about 3386.11 billion, and then which actually got to 3741. That's a kind of net sales billion in 2022 at a compound annual growth rate of 10%. The growth is mainly due to the companies rearranging their operations and recovering from the COVID-19. Okay, so to keep all of those things, now, according to surveying World Research since 2016, global real estate values had risen by 5% to an almost $228 trillion US dollars. So this market, now in a nutshell, the bullet point is that rising, and we can have a robust in the real estate. Now, one of my mentors many years back told me, Felix, 2 things are going to be very extremely expensive many years to come. And he talked about housing. He talked about housing was going to be very expensive. And the second thing, food. And he said, we're going to have hyperinflation and global depression. That was not this year, many, many years back. And he told me 2 people will cope with the, the excessive type of, payment on those things. He said, number one, the aspect of the politician who will have access to public fund. And he said, number 2, people who will be in cryptocurrency. And he told me, hey, Felix, if you have what is just giving you luxury unnecessarily, sell them off and put it into crypto. So it sounds ridiculous. How can somebody be telling you to do that? And then he said, do that, say, because some of those people are talking bad about crypto, they know what they are doing. And then as you are keeping it off, they are picking up. right? So that's to just tell you the potential of the real estate. But the good thing is this: even if you want to be an individual to invest in real estate, you may not really have the enjoyment. That's the truth. Because how much money do you have? Number one. Number two, how patient can you be to wait, right? Because some of those real estate investors is either you have to be a big giant partnership with companies, or you should have some inheritance as well. And begin to flip.
But what are you expecting from today's tie?
Well, I think as expected, Nigeria on 2020.
Coming to Wonder here, who looks to go for goals, has got an eye for goal and takes a powerful effort that is not far away from testing Janini Rakosi in the Burundi goal. Nice and early, Nigeria on the front foot and looking for the early strike.
Yeah, guys, sorry about that. I'll take care of it.
And this is the kind of stuff that you want to have.
So sorry, I'll take care of that. Okay, so in that order, you can now see that the potential of the real estate is enormous. But of course, how much money do an individual have to I want to go into real estate? I meet a lot of friends that I'm an investor in real estate. I say, how much do you have? Is it bad to be in real estate? No. Now, but you want to enjoy real estate, that may be even an investment you have to do for your children. But you have fulfillment. Maybe you buy land, buy other things and all that. To just tell you, it's lucrative because especially residential, commercial residential, going to make a lot of sense. Second thing, I look at the FX, diversifying to FX. Now, one of the things, I don't trade FX. I traded FX 2003 to 4 to 2028. Then I knew what I faced, and I told myself, man, I can't. I do not have energy. Now I keep telling people, was it bad? No. When I meet friends who tell me as an FX trader, if you tell me you're an FX trader, I'll tell you how many years have you been trading FX. If you tell me 1 year or 2 years, I say you've not started. I want to see that you have traded for 5 good years and how consistent you are. You have blow account. You have checked your account where your account got drained, and then you look under your table as if you find the money there. Then I know you have traded FX. Not one leg in, one leg out. You have blow account, you have made some money, you got excited, and then you begin to draw pattern and get strategy. Now, one of the things is this, that the FX market is the largest financial market. There's no doubt about that, right? Make it more complex because there's many institutional interests on the FX market, right? And then one of the statistics, most of the majority of statistics about the forex market now is that forex market had a daily turnover of about 6.6 trillion as of 2019. And then the total value of the forex industry increased from $1.9 quadrillion in 2016 to $2.4 quadrillion in 2019. So forex is the only financial market in the world to operate, just like in the normal working days, as it were. One of the fascinating things I got about it was that, look at this point, that we have female traders tend to outperform male traders by 1.8% in forex. Yeah, now female traders happens to outperform, male traders in forex. Okay, so the worldwide 2022 forex market is worth this amount, $2.4 trillion quadrillion. Now, diversification into the stock blockchain, of course, this is my own area. This is what I love more, and that's where I put money. Now, the evolution of new technology, of course, I've told a lot of people about the cryptocurrency and all of that. So whether you are new to the field of cryptocurrency, well-versed in most aspects, you are probably already familiar with the global fanfare surrounding blockchain and cryptocurrency. So the growing popularity of household names such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all of that indicated for the evolving potential. Now, most of the beautiful areas we're having now, the ideas about what? The decentralized DeFi, the non-fungible asset, which is the NFTs, and decentralized DAOs. I mentioned this last year about people who pay rapt attention to NFT, metaverse, and DAO project was going to do crazy things, right? Now, this is a company now that, number one, the real estate market, number two, the forex market, number three, the blockchain, and number four, the financial market education, which aspect of teaching people about the forex trading. Now, this is this. I saw this statistic that this statistic shows that an average of 90% of forex trading beginners, I think some attitudes need to be corrected. Once you find yourself out, just know you are disturbing us. We don't have energy to control adult behavior. So we expected every adult should behave themselves. Okay, so like I was saying, the forex, imagine 90% of forex trading beginners experience loss and failure. at the initial stage of their real life trading experience, simply because of lack of proper education. Now, this is the point. You find it very easy to hear forex trading announcement and training and information on the radio everywhere. And people say, I want to trade forex, I love forex. They don't love forex, it's just the hype they hear about forex. Now, the major people who are making money in forex majorly are smart traders. Why? The complexity and it's already large. So the interest at play is larger than the crypto. Now, one of the fascinating things I saw before I move further, because this was the presentation, if you have not met me that just talked about opportunity, because next gen is one aspect of our cash flow system. We just get started and then we want to take it up. Now, some will say, you didn't tell us. Of course, I've sent it to everybody. If you would like, you join and all of that. But one of the things is this. These four instruments, I look at cryptocurrency. Yeah, okay, before I do that, I look at cryptocurrency. What's so crazy about cryptocurrency? When the total capitalization of Bitcoin or cryptocurrency as a whole is not up to the value of one stock, which is the Apple stock. Apple stock is worth $2.5 trillion capitalization as we talk now, but crypto is less than $1 trillion. Then why is it crazy that everybody are talking about crypto? Now, the value of crypto now is not what matters, but the system of crypto. So people see the potential of crypto that before you get to several hundreds or thousands of trillion in dollars, then I should have positioned myself and then I get grown with it as a system. Now, what is the founders franchise opportunity you have today? Now, I'm sure if I invite you to, a new franchise system that have good potential, yeah, don't risk it. Anything can happen because somebody will tell me, give me assurance. I say even Davido and Ichoma, the assurance, I don't think they were able to ferment the assurance eventually. So now the next gen funder and franchise limited offer, how does it go? This offer grant to potential investor access to lifetime yearly profit share with a company. So next gen is an ecosystem that grants the opportunity for people to share from 10% yearly profit set aside by the company with all their co-system owners called funders. Now, what you are doing is that if you buy into funders, then you are practically say every year, the company have set aside 10% profit share, then you are part of the people that will share it. Then outside that, you can have benefit on daily basis, monthly reward, reward on monthly, yearly, and all of that, apart from your franchise, which I saw, I was just checking mechanically, that it could be ranging from 0.3% to 1% daily in 5 days, all right, a week, from 8 to 15% monthly reward, all right, on a passive basis, among many others. So those are some of those things. Now, how much does it cost me actually to be part to get access to this? Only discounted fee of 5,000 euro per share, but one can have more than a share. So this opportunity was extended till 31st of July 2022, but the slot available could get filled before 20th of this month. Now, why am I saying this? I'm looking at it. There's a way people will buy into the shares, and the number of the shares or franchise the company want to give out maybe sold out before the 31st of, and they could say, oh, we've gotten the number we're looking for. For that, it ought to expire by 31st, yes, but it's closed. And so what now happen? You could come back and say, I told you guys it's 31st. So anything can happen. Now, this is what I saw. Okay, and as a congratulations for being part of the lucky participant who are taking fast actions in locking in your position today. So remember, there's no fee for application and all of that. Now, this is a thing now after interacting with some of these people, including you now that you are listening, something will go in on your mind. And what's going to go in your mind? What's going to go in your mind? They've come again, and that's what they say. And that's exactly what I got back. Now, I was working on a report. Look at it. Let's go together, everybody. I don't know what get this guy crazy. I say, hard lesson to learn from business hero on crypto game. That is the CEO crypto strategy. He said, might be his day job. So, but when it comes to the public personnel, it is Michael Saylor's passion for Bitcoin that stand out. Now look at what happened. Saylor and his company MicroStrategy believe in Bitcoin so much that company took out about 205 million loan on March, right? Collateralized by Bitcoin. to buy more Bitcoin. But the rosy crypto prediction from when prices were at high peak last year, all right, looks at a lot different now, okay? A widespread crypto downtime has plunged Bitcoin price to its lowest level since December 2020. That drop has cost MicroStrategy $1 billion unrealized losses. And if the price of Bitcoin, of course, which has happened below 21,000, this was a previous report, so which it did on Tuesday, so that was the last month, company could face a margin call, meaning it will be forced to pump up more Bitcoin as collateral for the 205 million loan. Despite all this, it appears that seller having waived, all right, having waived in the Bitcoin bullishness. On Monday, a Bitcoin fell over 13% in a single day. Seller added lesser eyes on his Twitter profile picture, a symbol that started in online Bitcoin communities but has since been used by high-profile figures like El Salvador's president and U.S. Senator Cynthia Lummis, then to show their unwavering support for Bitcoin. Seller lost his place. Listen now to this part. Seller lost his place in the rank of billionaires after MicroStrategy revised its financial result in 1999, but regained it last year as Bitcoin reached highs above $60,000 in November. Look at it. He had been a billionaire, but lost his place being a billionaire in dollar in 1999. Now, look at Michael Saylor now. In 2013, that was the first crazy, all-time high of Bitcoin that sold Bitcoin to $1,203. And they said that's the last time Bitcoin will ever go up. They call it ballooned up. Now it has ballooned and it's going to get punctured, and it got punctured. And of course, because they don't understand the cycle of the market got punctured, as it were. And so, tweeted that Bitcoin's days were numbered. Who says it? Saylor tweeted that Bitcoin days were numbered because in 2013, Bitcoin went up to $1,203, and he said, oh, Bitcoin days number. But by 2020, he tweeted that he personally owned 17,732 Bitcoin, bought at an average price of $9,882 per Bitcoin. During the pandemic, Saylor said he went down, right, the rabbit hole researching Bitcoin and told CoinDesk he was wrong for not having supported Bitcoin in its early days when it was at the $600 range. Saylor told CoinDesk that he started assigning Bitcoin homework to his MicroStrategy executives, and by the time MicroStrategy's second quarter earnings call came around in 2020, its chief financial officer, Feng Li, announced a new plan. The company will seek to invest $250 million of its cash in alternative investment or asset, which include Bitcoin, he said. Now, why do I bring this? Just like telling you, you can read more about Michael Saylor. Most of us know the crazy things about Michael Saylor and how he had been so much crazy about Bitcoin and all of that. Now, many people fail to understand that the people who get on in business, number one, they could state some information, they could state some statement that would discourage you, and you follow their discouraging statement, right? And eventually, these people have more capacity when they change their mind to take over. Now, you that do not have capacity to take over, when you now understood the system more, you follow their saying and missed out of what will have changed your financial situation eventually. Now, I look at myself, I look at it and say, oh my God, do you know how many people that had lost out of cryptocurrency that time because Michael Saylor alone talked that the days of Bitcoin were numbered? And the same person, 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm sure he will say another thing in 2017 when he ballooned up again. 17, then 18, 19 until 2020. Now, the bottom line is this. Why will this guy come back to Bitcoin? Now he's now having an unrealized loss of about $1 billion. So what happened if he eventually lose out? Will he run away? The question is that even if he loses out, he won't run away, right? He won't run away. That's the truth. Now, why? He wants to stay there to make sure he recovers from his losses. Number two, the chances are there that he may not agree or may not fold his hand to see that the market get liquidated against him. You know why? The capitalization of the cryptocurrency entirely is not up to a company. And many companies have seen the potential of the cryptocurrency and the digital space and want to like leverage on it at all costs. So it means it can go on taking more risk. And that's why I'm not likely to see the crypto this year. Let me just show something as we wrap up. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So market is fantastic and funny, but it's going to deceive a lot of people. And I would love it because people will be waiting and waiting to get the best bottom. The best bottom they are looking for may never come. They ought to have, okay, I think there's some verses we need to take off. So they all need to have this understanding that you just need to buy range or accumulate the bottom, but to get the last price of the bottom may not come. That's the reality. Many want to buy the last price of the bottom. It's not going to work. Now, we're looking at, by indicators, we're looking at, oh, the market could get down to 10,000, 9,000. In fact, I have prices I set at $5,800. The question you ask me is that, Felix, what if the market never get back to $5,800? Who cares? What will happen? I will have my money back. So will you be able to buy Bitcoin? Of course, I've been buying. Oh, Felix, you'll be buying Bitcoin. Yeah. Why and how? That's why I tell people to leverage, okay? I tell people to leverage on using a kind of strategy that is to accumulate using robotic system. I use robotic system because I can't have all the time to be in the market. Already have view where the market was going to. Now, it may get down to my last expected price, or it may refuse to get there. Okay, if it refuses to get there, who cares? So do I have anything to lose? No. So what should I do? Okay, I just want to bring up something and show you guys something very fast. Yada. Go here. Okay, let's go. Should I use there? Let's go here. So please be yourself and don't get deceived because a lot of YouTubers will say so many things about Bitcoin. It's going to do this. This is a point, this is the period that people need to be very, very careful and be independent of their decision. You know, hoping and staying by people just talk alone may not give you what we're looking for. You just have to, as a matter of fact, stay on your lane, right? Decide what you want and do not get carried away by the hearsay in the market. If you get carried away by the hearsays in the market, I can tell you, you're going to have problems. Let me pick up this guy. Yeah, let's go here. Come on, where are you? Okay. All right. Just a moment, guys. Go here. Sure, I've been telling people to be cautious when they follow YouTubers or just people say things Okay, I think I can have this. Okay, so very last thing before I'll make you guys laugh of feedback from those people. Now, Bitcoin have a behavior ordinarily. All the cycle, look at when Michael Saylor talked about Bitcoin as stupid, as nonsense, as the days were numbered. They were numbered 2013. Yeah, Bitcoin was actually $1,203 at that point. It has a top of the roof. Of course, in 2011, we have a top of the roof. So he said the days were numbered. And of course, he bottomed out back to around $170, no less than that, 150 or thereabout. So around 2014, even 2015 was $100, 120, 150, 170, 180, 200 in that order, and drain it all through, right, till 2016 ending and until we enter into 2017 beginning. As at the end of 2016 was still around 900, even January 2017 was around 900. And of course, I'm sure when it ballooned up to about $20,000 again, Michael Saylor was still going to say nonsense. And then he now have to buy in after, after 2017, which was 2020. Now, this is what I want to tell you guys. When the media always carry it, when the market is already ready to go down, is when they will make so much announcement that Bitcoin was going to go to so amount. Then be careful that time. The same way, when the market bottom out and gets ready to go back up, yet you start having so many predictions that Bitcoin is going to go to $0, $1, $2, and everybody, maybe what you have not sold from up, you wait for it, you now sell that because somebody said Bitcoin may go to $1,100, and then you start selling your Bitcoin at $20,000, $21,000 or $19,000. And eventually you stop and Bitcoin may just kiss maybe 19,000 again, and then just go sideways over time and just do a sharp drop, maybe up to like $15,000, $14,000 and bounce back, and then begin to move again. You end up buying back what you sold at maybe $19,000, you end up buying back at $35,000 or $40,000. Now, what am I saying? We are not at the bottom yet, yeah, but we're very close. That means we're at the bottom range. If I buy Bitcoin now and it dip more to the dip, what should I do? I buy more. If it refuses to dip, then I make profit. Now, what do you think MicroStrategy will be doing now? If you're MicroStrategy, the CEO of MicroStrategy, like a Saylor, what will you do? That you have a potential unrealized loss of 1 billion. Not naira, but dollar. That's crazy. Now, I'm sure you would, if anybody talk anything Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, you will disappear. Okay, now I think this support is actually holding. Now we just close. Okay, we have the next 34 minutes. The next 34 minutes. Okay, this is 1 hour candlestick price chart. Let's look at. Let's do. Okay, now it's actually, this is a very critical range. That 20,900 and something is a very critical range. Now we have the next how many hour? Okay, we just close the candle. Okay, we just close the candle now above this support. Now, is it confirmed for me to go ahead and buy? Not really. But if I'm scalping by 1 hour, yeah, it's more or less like confirmed for me. Oh, giving me signal, but not really totally confirmed for me, right? But many of you who are using some indicators, you can see now that it's almost like kind of confirmation for me to like go ahead and buy for 1 hour. But there are chances that go up. Of course, I have to use other indicators to verify it. Now, what I'm saying is this: what to do? The market you are coming into, naturally you will face the good, the bad, the ugly there. So you can't rule out that the market should be one way. It is our, a kind of complacency not to relearn and learn that make people and then run away when we are supposed to be cashing out. Now, let me give us what these people ask you. One said, hey, we've lost crazy money. I say, yeah, good. How are we sure? I know some of you don't laugh too much. Thank God you didn't mute your mic. Somebody asked me, Felix, this company you presented to, I'm referring to Next Gen now. How do we know that it's a genuine company, number one? Are they backed by, who regulate them? Are they regulated by SEC or CBN? What is EFCC aware of their operation and all of those things? So I really need to know. That was another question. Another person have so many funny questions. And some say, because I invested so much money in this type of company and I lost money, how am I sure that this is not the same like this one we've lost money? I'm sure many of you are curious to wait for my answer. But many people who have been in our community on Plan B, you already know my answer to some of those questions. And then they ask a lot of questions. Now, the first person I said, okay, you're asking if SEC, EFCC, CBN, and all of that. And I said, if any company is going around and they come to tell me that one of the factors, yardstick, that they have verified or that make them to get interested in investing into it, and that's why they are convincing me to invest, and they say because the CBN, EFCC certify it. I said, that is when my 1 naira will not enter in there. Well, I say, yeah. I said, because those are not genuine yardstick for me. Anybody can access EFCC certificate. Now, he said, so chances for money loss. I said, okay. This opportunity presented to you, you see money loss, it will never stop. Chances are there that in the next whatever, you can lose money, even the same platform now. It's like, so yeah, this is the point. Why do I need to be blunt this way? Because I discovered that what makes people lose money in businesses, naturally, yeah, you have many scams everywhere. But I discovered one thing lately. What made people lose money out of some of those opportunities, or especially third-party platforms, is lack of responsibility. People are not taking responsibility. And for that, when it was even right for them to take the profit, they are not responsible to take the profit because they just felt that I've invested, as they say the company, maybe in the next 5 years going to do well. For that, they fold their hands. Now, add to your knowledge. There is no company, just the same way you buy any coin. And when you buy the coin, you should be interested in checking what's happening around it. When you check what is happening around it, now that will give you an ample opportunity to leverage on the time and season of favorable condition about the company, about the coin. If you say, I'm not going to touch the coin, the time you may want to touch the coin, you may be disappointed. For instance, if somebody bought Bitcoin many years now, or last 2 years, at $10,000, and was not paying attention at all when the market did all-time high, $65,000, $69,000. And now that I remember to check it, what do you think? He will say, this is not a good business to invest into. But me and you will know that it's a good business. But what actually went wrong? He was not taking responsibility. Then let alone when you invest in third party, no matter how juicy the third party would be, I always tell friends that 90 to 99% of third party are scam. Even if they are not scam, they will always have problem eventually. Then you now ask me, Felix, how many years will a company stay for you to say the company will stay? I don't know. Because I've invested in company that stay 8 good years and they still collapse. Eventually, they still collapse. Then what should be the best solution or strategy? Number one, when an opportunity is presented to you, be timely. Number two, stop this ideology of I want to test the water. If you are interested, do it. If you are not interested, don't do it. I want to test the water, let me test with $500, or let me test with $100. And eventually your $100 after 1 year or two has given times 2 or times 3 of the money. That's where you now go to borrow like $50,000 and put it in. This is the $10,000, $50,000 you will have started earlier on. And then as at this time, even when you are turning back any more money, will be from money you have made. Now, and I saw that the ideology of let me test the water and see how it feels before I would take giant style, it doesn't work. Because the company could stay 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you now take a giant stride. And that's the time the company is collapsing. May not be intentional. Maybe that competitor setting, government policies not favorable. So many things can set in that will make the company not to meet up with the expected earnings. Then you now say the company disappointed you. No, you are the one that failed. I use an example. I participated in a company many years back, or about, yeah. Having invested, I look at it, this is a third party. Okay, Feli, what should I do? What I should do is the same way you tell people who are traders. You are trading Forex, you are trading margin, future trading. And one of the risk management, you say, stop loss. Then you buy into a company and the company gets started. You're making money. And then instead of watch, especially when you are invested in crypto, instead of watch when the company have a boom and you take the profit from the table, you are getting fascinated by the hearsays of the top network marketer leaders, the company owner, the CEO, the managers, and all of that. And eventually the company start having financial challenge. And then your money happen to be part of the money that is still boosting the company. Later, the company is going to say, we'll stop withdrawal or we'll do this. Then you become victim. The company actually didn't make you lose money because you're not financially intelligent. So I'm now sat down to look at it. Can I leverage on those companies? Yeah. But I just need to be timely and be strategic enough not to attach any sentiment to it, but to be very, very, very concerned about how can I leverage on them. So ladies and gentlemen, additional thing you pick tonight is to understand that every money you are bringing into any business, not even crypto, understand that it's a seed that will die, bears fruit, and some may die and never bears fruit because it may be on top of the rock, maybe on the strum, and all of those things. So because of the mindset you already have, you felt like, oh, I will never invest in anything again. And maybe it's the next step for you to invest in an opportunity that you'll be able to make much money. So crypto is nice, it's sweet, but it all depends on the approach you use for it. Crypto will be very bad and treat you badly when you have a wrong approach to it. Lastly, guys, you need to get yourself enlightened, get yourself educated, tell yourself the hard truths. Because I've not seen any conventional business you're going to venture into now that you will not lose money. No matter how it's conventional, chances are there that you lose money. And even if you have not lost your money, chances are there that your profit may not come. So what do you want to say? So crypto, online business and opportunity will still diversify. And that's why we say number one on the priority is this. Make sure you build portfolio. And in your portfolio, you can decide to be a swing trader, you can become a holder, you can do anything, but make sure you have a portfolio. One of the most difficult things to build a portfolio, especially if you have not been able to cross a borderline, is effective cash flow. And that was why we have to diversify to different opportunities. And which next gen that just show you tonight happen to be one of them that you can buy into. Now, one of the good things I've seen, I was sharing with somebody yesterday. I said, I discovered that people who are crypto trader, full-time crypto trader, right, don't always have time to interact with anybody. But eventually they get bored because when the market is down, it's as if some of them are confused, don't know what to do. That's the advantage of having a cash flow. You have what to fall back to. Second, most people too have seen that network marketer, they build ecosystem. I discovered that they too waste the money they make. If you ask them to buy any coin and hold, they felt is tying down of their money. But they never knew that was a kind of fallback to strategy. So if you're a crypto trader, you need a third party to have a fallback. Yes, it is possible you lose the money if the company didn't meet up. Then, but if the company meet up, you have what to fall back to. Then if you're a network marketer or just an investor, then you can have a place to pick out money to spread out. So ladies and gentlemen, I think tonight should be more of education to know how to enter and exit both investment, portfolios, trading, and all the like. I'm one of those persons that don't believe in motivation, but I believe in sharing opportunity. I believe in telling people things that are happening around. And like this night, this dinner I have tonight, make me to say, hey, Felix, everywhere I find myself, I have to talk about online, cryptocurrency, blockchain. Whoever hears, we hear. Whoever will not hear, will not hear. Because the reality is this, no matter what to speak, no matter motivation you bring, people who will not appreciate what you have to offer will not appreciate it. So, but never to motivate an unmotivated persons, or rather share with the people who are interested to take advantage of opportunity. All right, thank you, everybody. So we are watching the market. And of course, those of you who know what to do, I've told you it's not about how many times you enter into the market, it's how strategic are you in the market. If you're not strategic, of course, you can miss out big time. So you must learn how to be strategic so that you don't waste opportunity and don't get hot unnecessarily and run away when you are supposed to be coming. So by 1 hour time frame now, you can see that we're below the Ichimoku cloud, and then it's actually bearish. Number one, we're below the Ichimoku cloud and getting to the red Ichimoku cloud. Number two, we're below the 50-day EMA. And so now it's now forming like a resistance now. So if you couldn't get up above 21,000, or some may have bought here and then get up, but the chances, just like I've told us, all those places we check, which could be a support for us up to 20,000 and then 19,400 thereabout, maybe another support as well. All right, thank you very much, everybody. This is a very fantastic day. And I know if you're in crypto, just stay put. But I've always told people, don't wait for the last price that people are saying is the bottom. You may get disappointed. Right? So at this point, I'm going to attend to questions. Now I'm using this avenue to invite you, if you are still in Port Harcourt and everyone, we still have tomorrow, Monday is a public holiday, and Tuesday is a public holiday. We're going to have more presentations at the LA Kings Bond Hotel at Stadium Road. If you're in Port Harcourt, you know the Stadium Road, LA Kings at Stadium Road by 11 a.m. tomorrow. And on Tuesday, it's going to be fantastic. So you can get to learn how to get started with next gen and how to navigate and take advantage of it so that you can build your portfolio as you like. So tomorrow and next tomorrow, if you're in Port Harcourt, somebody may want to say when Lagos, of course, we're going to have a very big event in Lagos on the 6th of next month. And it's going to be at Radisson, the former Protea Hotel. You are in Lagos, get prepared, mark the day out on the 6th of August. It's going to be massive. We're going to be enlightening you, opening you, because one thing is that we don't narrow you to a company. We open your mind to opportunity. We open your mind. That's why I tell people it's not about company, it's not about timing, it's all about the instrument of a company. So I don't get carried away by the company name, by CEO of a company that I don't have attachment to that. For me, as far as I know myself, I'm a crypto politician, No permanent friends, no permanent enemy. I'm very close, I'm friendly with my profit, not a company. So that's why I don't have sentiment attached to any company. So I always tell people, nobody who trained himself very well, that is not bigger than a company. You should be bigger than a company. So if you are bigger than a company, you learn how to leverage on the company and don't just tell yourself, oh, this is, some people get carried away with title. I'm the African leader for this company. No. You should be bigger than company. You leverage on company. And that's what we call internet economy of scale. You leverage on company rather than say, this is, because what I'm looking for, I tell friends most time that nobody loves his career. Forget those things. People say, I love my career. It's not true. If I see anybody who tells me I love my career, I say, work for a company for 1 year without salary. I will know that you love your career. That means you want to justify that you love your career. Any man who wants to justify he loves his career, he should work for a company for 1 year without salary. Freelancer, then I know that you're really passionate about your career. The same thing in business. Why will I fall in love with Bitcoin? Why will I fall in love with Ethereum? I look at the instrument around Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin. What can they do? It's what I fall in love with, not the company. No matter how you fall in love with Bitcoin, that does not really change the narrative that the Bitcoin, you fall in love with it at $67,000 and you do nothing. It won't because of your love and it didn't come down to our own expected price. And many of us are praying for it to come down to $5,000. And imagine because you love Bitcoin at 65,000, you do nothing, and then you're going to hurt yourself. And I don't hurt myself because I don't fall in love with company, don't fall in love with a coin. I fall in love with what it can offer me. And that's why I can be timely, and know what to do at a given time, and I do it. And that's the wisdom. Okay, so let me attend to some of our questions. And so you see, go about, you are going to meet people, right? Okay, somebody say this. Okay, what is the detail with us? Okay, say okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, so like now another leverage many people say they have is this in Port Harcourt. Of course, we just concluded a training for Planb Crypto Academy, and then we're planning to do the next batch. Once we're done with all the planning, we'll let people know, because we want to get enrolled. And the people who have participated in the last one, of course, we're still working on you guys' certificate. And then maybe when we get set properly, you have to do graduation, okay? And then we have said from tomorrow we want to give 6-month follow-up, and then mini signals, 6-month follow-up and mini signals for all the participants, so that we'll see how you do. And after 6 months, at least you should have been able to cope with the situation if you are actually helping yourself. And then other to it is this, after the basic and intermediate we hold maybe the 3rd week of this month, then maybe by August we have to hold advanced classes and then the master classes, which is going to be more of research methodology, crypto strategy, low gem research, and then technical analysis for master classes and other things you need to know about the crypto. And in our office in Port Harcourt, of course, we run our 3rd-party cash flow systems seminars on Wednesdays and Thursdays, I think so, and Saturday, I think so. Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturday. Okay, somebody wants something. Quickly, let me just see this question this person said, because I like to verify things before I say it. Let's go here. Okay. So one of our 3rd-party cash flow platforms, somebody was saying back office not opening. That's not true. Maybe you don't have link of updated platform. You have to check. Everything is opening. Somebody was asking for Mavi is opening. Everything is opening. Maybe you are in because there was a kind of what is it called? Maybe I have to check the link on and send on all our various groups. But everything is okay. Everything is. So they are still working on their. I don't know. I think there's so many updates about them. So it's opening, and so maybe now, after now, I will just click to bring out a fresher link also. Okay. Yeah. Any other question? Let me just check. No more question. Then we can go off. Okay. So is it? Okay. So guys, go and settle down with your business, and don't entertain unnecessary fear, because emotion is a killer and money waster. I've seen people who wasted their money just because of their emotion. No matter how stronger you are, you can check technical indicators. If you face psychology, you waste all your money. your indicator will be telling you another thing, you will be telling yourself another thing. And that's, you become an unstable individual. No unstable person make a headway.
That's pretty cool.
So no unstable person make a headway. Very important. All right. So thank you very much, everybody. Enjoy yourself. And I think crypto is a banger. My name again is Meda Falujimo. That was a team lead on Planb Express.